It's my birthday. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. And I thought I would do a little bit of a different video. Yesterday I filmed this video, but it was out of focus. And I'm so mad at myself for that. But I asked a Q&A on my Instagram story again. So I have a little bit of a mix of old questions and new questions. So I guess we can just get started. I'm also wearing one of my favorite fits, this Adidas Ivy Park collection. I have only worn it once in my life, which was at Head in the Clouds, and I thought I would wear it today because we got a whole green ambiance. Okay, the first question, and I got a lot of the same variation of this question, which was, what is something that you regret last year that you have learned from and will better yourself this year? I think last year was an interesting year. My whole quarter life crisis really got to me, and I feel like what I regret is probably putting such an immense amount of pressure on myself because I was not at the same level as my friends, family, peers. But, you know, I should have used that time instead to improve myself, work on myself, and yeah, I mean, we're all at our own pace, so no need to be so hard on ourselves. Something you want to improve on this year. I think that I have met a lot of my creative goals in the last 5 years, but I think this year I want to challenge myself more and try some new things, whether it's photography, which is a number one for me. I wanted to try some DJ or bartending classes. I also want to expand upon my current creative skill set, so I want to get better at videography for my vlogs. I want to work on my dance technique. I want to get better at posing for photos because I enjoy doing photo shoots from time to time. This was an interesting one. Would you date yourself? Honestly, I think I would date someone like me. Not to cast myself up, but I think I have some nice qualities that I see in a significant other. I think that I'm very talented, I would say. I'm unique, very interesting. I think I'm a fun, friendly person. I have a master's, so yes, I would date myself. When did you suddenly realize, oh wow, I'm hot? I mean, aren't we all on the journey for this? I guess in 2021, I started to just stop getting so comfortable, so I changed my hairstyle. I got more piercings, tattoos, and I feel like ever since then, I just keep on going. We haven't stopped. I'm constantly trying to find out what makes me look hot. What does your dream birthday party look like? I have done a lot of interesting themed birthday parties. I had an Adidas themed party, Crazy Rich Asians, and then I had an online birthday party during COVID, Met Gala, Great Gatsby. I guess if I were to do any kind of birthday party, I would want to do something music festival themed because I love attending music festivals. I love the fashion, I love the fast pace of it. And it would be cool to just celebrate through music because I feel like music is such a great way to bring people together, so that'd be fun. Why do you like green? I think I've made it very evident that I like green, as you can see, and the green heart emoji that I always use in everything, like when I text, social media, whatever. I don't know, honestly, I think growing up I just gravitated towards green things, like green cartoon characters, green Pokemon. My favorite ice cream flavors are green tea, pandan, and mint. So I just feel like I was put on this planet to embrace green. What's the best clam chowder you've ever had? Okay, I guess if we're gonna come clean, I'm going to just say I run a clam chowder account, and I'm not gonna say the handle, you just gotta have to find out yourself. But I like to just rate clam chowder and talk about the story behind it because I love clam chowder. It just started off as a little college joke. But anyways, I think the best clam chowder I've had was this one place in Pacifica, and I don't even know the name of it. I literally just passed by and I'm like, oh, let's go here, and it was fucking amazing. Where's the best place that you've traveled? I've traveled to a lot of countries and states. Some of the countries I've been to are France, Korea, Japan, Spain, Amsterdam, Italy, Canada, Hong Kong, Taiwan. My favorite international travel spot is Hong Kong. I went in 2019 and I had the time of my life because it's just so easy to get around and the food is great, the shopping is great. What mindset shift has changed your life the most? I have been notoriously known as a people pleaser, and sometimes I would sacrifice my own needs, wants, values, all of that, just in the sake of maintaining a friendship. But you know what, like one day I realized, like, you know, if they don't want to try, then it's not worth it, you know? They don't want to be your friend. Why fight for someone who doesn't want to be your friend, you know? Like, there are so many people who want to be your friend. Yeah, people come and go. It sucks, but you have a lot of people out there who care for you. I care for you. What's your perfect vacation? Honestly, I enjoy just being a local in the place that I'm at. Like, I'm kind of over the huge touristy spots. I like to just go to a cafe, go shopping, make content, a nice restaurant, live music, whether it's a concert, a club, a bar. I think it's just like being a regular there, you know? I would love to do this in New York or some fun city where I could just pretend that I live there just like I live there and then escape reality. Tell us about your first time discovering aespa. So one of my dance inspirations is this choreographer named Kyle Hanagami, and I've been watching his dance videos since like I started dancing, and I saw one day that he posted aespa and said he choreographed for their debut song. And I saw it one day and I was like, wow, this is some cool floor work. And then one day they released Next Level, and then my friend texted me like, oh my god, have you heard aespa's new song? It's chaotic. And I listened to it and I was like, you know what? I kind of fucks with this. What NCT 127 title track do you hope to emulate at 26? Two baddies. Just kidding. I would probably go with Limitless. I don't want to be limited this year. I want to be free. It's funny that I say that because I used to not like the song. I'd be like, I don't know, they keep performing this one, but I just don't feel it. But now I do. And for those who don't know, I am a huge NCT fan. Just as much as aespa, but I got into them a lot later. Name a wild animal you would be scared to encounter and how you would escape from it. Honestly, I'm pretty awkward with most animals. I get scared of a lot of animals. Like, I saw a pig in a carnival and I was already getting kind of scared. So I'm a big pussy. I guess if I had to choose one, I would choose alligator, crocodile. Which one of them? I don't know where I would run into them. I ain't fucking with it. But if I have to encounter it and I have to run away from it, I guess I will find something to throw it at its snout. I feel like that's its weak point, I would imagine. I heard you're supposed to stab their eyes, but I'm not getting that fucking close to an alligator's eyes. If you were a ghost, how would you haunt people? Okay, I'm not haunting the homies or the family members. Sure, I'll watch over, but I'm not gonna, you know, haunt them. But I will haunt the people who fucked with me. You know, I'm not gonna possess them or do some shady shit like that. But I would like to make their life a little bit inconvenient. So I would turn on their faucet all night, open their cabinets, you know, just to fuck with them. Just be like, hey, that's what you get, you know? What title would you give this chapter of your life? I would say the restart, the refresh. I think I'm trying to rebrand in the sense that I have been living very comfortably the past few years, and I had some uncomfortable moments in the past few years, but I feel like life is meant to be a little bit uncomfortable, so I want to just start fresh and push myself to do new things, even if it makes me uncomfortable. For example, I am trying to change up my hairstyle, which I haven't done in years. I've been trying to use this flat iron and it's not working out, but I'm getting somewhere. I feel like in this chapter, I would also say I want to start a new, fresh vision for my YouTube channel and my dance goals and a lot of the things in my life, just at a mature mindset. Who is an artist you've been wanting to see live that you haven't gotten the chance to see? Most of it is probably like K-pop groups because they're less likely to tour. But I want to see NCT 127, please. SHINee, one of my favorite old school boy groups. Red Velvet, Rihanna, if that could happen. Favorite piece of clothing in your closet right now? I feel like I'm more proud of my accessories, like my bags and my sunglasses. Those are like my staple. I really like this top. This is like the embodiment of Julian Liu. I really like my off-white crop top that I wore to Head in the Clouds. That was a slay. I really like this Supreme black silk by now because it just makes me look so slim and classy at the same time. If you could be one age forever, what age would you be? Honestly, I don't really know. I wouldn't relive 25. I would probably relive 23, 24 because those were the years I was really young, but not too young because I was like old enough where I was making more money and I could do more things. What are your goals and aspirations for your 26? I want to have a more mature mindset. I live in a little dream world, I will admit, but now it's time to be a little bit realistic and work hard toward attaining some of these dreams. Biggest pet peeves. I hate when people cough in their hands and they touch shit. They're like, and then they like act like they didn't just cough in their hand. Like, did COVID teach you nothing? Honestly, I can't think of the pet peeves on the top of my head. I can think of the things that grind my gears, but we can be here forever, so let's not get into that. What's your favorite thing you own and why? I would probably go with my camera. I feel like I invested a lot of money into the lens, the microphone, this whole setup. I think what I cherish a lot about my camera is it makes me feel like I'm talking to my friends, you guys, even though it's just like this bulky camera in front of me. I feel like I've also made a lot of really cool, really inspiring videos through my camera. Your biggest fear. I think my biggest fear is being left behind. Wow, we're getting real dark with this. I feel like I put an immense amount of pressure on myself to keep up to other people's career or life timeline because I don't want to be left behind like, hey guys, how is everything going? And they're like way ahead of me. But you know, we all have our own timeline. I shouldn't fear that I'm not gonna keep up with others because I'm at my own pace, right? And maybe some might say the same about me. They can't keep up to me. Advice you'd give your younger self. I would tell my younger self that I didn't have to say or do certain things to be cool. And if I'm gonna hard at myself, for example, I feel like in college, I did have a phase where I thought my drunk self was my best self. And I think that's something that happens so commonly with college students. Your drunk personality is not your personality, so don't feel like this is what makes you cool. You are cool. Give us a hot take. What do you think is an overrated trend? I feel like I'm going to get roasted for this, but you know what? Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not a big fan of the whole Sunny's Angels. I don't know. I just never really saw the appeal of it. I know people can come at me saying, I don't see the appeal of you collecting K-pop photo cards and albums. Yeah, okay, we can go back and forth with each other, right? But I don't know, I just don't see the appeal, and they're a lot more than I expected. But you know what, you do you, like, to each their own. Me personally, I think it's a little bit overrated. What do you think your first ever memory as a child was? I do remember this, and it's a little bit scary, but when I was a kid, I had pneumonia, and I was at the hospital. I remember one night I woke up, and I looked to the right, and I saw my dad sleeping. And I looked to my left, and I see this giant needle in my arm, and I'm just like, oh, and I passed out. And I remember the next morning, my family came in and got me this green blanket because like, you're gonna get through this. I have one last question, which is, what do you hope to achieve by the time you turn 30? I have a lot of goals, and you know what, like, we're just gonna be a dreamer right now because who knows, right? I think one of my goals is to start something that is meaningful and reaches a large community and inspires others. For example, I haven't really talked about this, but I used to have this dance group called Aster, and we used to make dance videos. We all kind of just moved on from that project and pursued our own thing. I would want to start something like that again. I would want to one day make a video or a few videos that really inspires people through my YouTube. I don't make YouTube videos to like blow up and all of that. I just make it purely because it's a art form and an outlet for me. And some of the videos I post, it's because I wish I was seeing this kind of content growing up or in my life right now. So I hope to one day put something out there that inspires others. And there's a lot of like adult stuff I would want to achieve by 30, but let's not get into that. I think my last one is a very, I don't know if this is superficial, but like, I'm gonna just put it out there. A big goal of mine is to go to Coachella, and that sounds silly because like, okay, why don't you just go? But like, I've just set this milestone in my head that I want to go to Coachella one day when I'm secure in myself, my career, and a lot of things in my life, because I don't know, it's just been something I've always like idolized. It's something I've always put on a pedestal, like Coachella is gonna be the best thing ever. I don't know, it's a silly little dream. I think it's because I've attempted to go to Coachella many times, but each time failed because I wasn't able to financially. Something came up in my life. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to get to know me. I thought this was fun and a great way to celebrate my birthday. This is my little birthday party to celebrate with you guys on YouTube.